You know, so like when, I tell you, like when I was in high school, and I used to work out with the 76ers. I used to ask him, what's it like to guard Mike? He go, Mike? You mean Black Jesus? I'm like, what the fuck? Black who? Oh, we call him Black Jesus. Or you can call him Black Cat. I'm like, I'm gonna call him fucking Mike. That's his fucking name. So the level of fear that he inspired in others was insane. Wow. And I would tell him, I said, when I face him, we're gonna go at it. He says, oh, you don't wanna do that. I'm like, what? Man, you don't know me, man. And so when we matched up, I think he understood that. And when I was 18, my first year, he got the best of me a bunch of times. I was right there the next play. You're not intimidating me, yeah. I'm not going anywhere. And I think he saw that level of respect, because I think he was the same way at 18 years old. And that common bond is what I think, where our connection was built.
A great teacher and mentor for me. But Michael was very tactical and very efficient with his movements. There was no wasted space. There weren't any wasted dribbles. I mean, he was very surgical with how he approached the game, and you can see it. I mean, he made the game look so easy. It was very difficult to do.
He also said that play against Michael Jordan before he retires, he's only got probably 3 or 4 more years left, so.
I know he's an old guy. He's an old guy. But nah, that'd be something that I love to do because, I watched him growing up. I love to play against Magic Johnson, but now he's retired. And Michael Jordan is somebody that I've always looked up to, and I want to play against him.
I think his game now is more determined by balance and trying to get his defender off balance or off center, so then he can, take advantage of his opponents.
Is there part of you that's awed by what he did and how he did it and laying off as long as he did and still dominating the way he does?
Not really, no, because he's been doing this for so many years. I don't think there wasn't anybody out there who seriously doubted his comeback. I think everybody knew there were going to be some nights where he was more effective than others, some nights when his legs couldn't carry him. There were going to be other nights where he scores 45 points or whatever it is. But Michael's always had a great work ethic. So I'm really not too surprised at what he's doing right now.
For the first time at the United Center, I got thrown into the fire. He made a nice baseline spin move on me. I knew it was coming. He was just so strong. By the time I tried to body him off of me, he just swatted me away like a fly. I remember being a kid and going to games, expecting to see the players play. It never occurred to me at the time that they might be tired, they might be sore, they might be sick. It never occurred to me. I just wanted to see them do what they do. I think about that. It doesn't matter if I'm sick. It doesn't matter if I have a sprained ankle. The kid that's sitting in there might be the next me sitting up there, watching and trying to get inspiration from that. I learned a lot this game. A lot about how technically sound Michael was. Because there's one thing in watching him play, and then there's another thing in playing against him. His technique was flawless. I wanted to make sure my technique was just as flawless. Well, Michael Jordan for me was always, the person that inspired me the most. And, how he carried himself, how he handled things, and how he carried the athlete, the black athlete, not just in the United States of America, but became a global phenomenon, and saying, okay, a black athlete can reach the masses and inspire the masses on a global scale.
Michael is competitive in all things that don't make sense, right?
Ping pong.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, he would try to get me to play golf all the time. Mike, I know about you. I've written books report about you in like elementary school. Like, I know you started playing golf when you were in Carolina. So that means if I'm doing the math, you've been playing golf for like 100 fucking years. I have not picked up a golf club.
Ever.
The last thing you're going to do is get me on a golf course and annihilate me. I'm not going to do it.
Who's on your short list of best competitors you faced?
Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson are the two that come to mind immediately because they were relentless. And Michael, his relentlessness was amazing. And Scotty's as well, both ends of the floor. And then, in my generation, AI was much the same. I mean, from opening tip to the end. I mean, this guy was just going and going and going, and he'd always put you in jeopardy. So those two guys are the most competitive I faced.
Yes, here comes Mike. Oh, and outplayed.
Michael Jordan at his best. There's very few people on this planet that can do this.
Is Michael Jordan a friend of yours?
He's a good mentor of mine. He's like a big brother.
He is, okay.
Yeah.
So how regularly will you speak to Michael?
I don't know.
Like in a year's time?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. And Will Smith was here a few weeks ago. He was talking about Michael and how he just constantly wants to compete when it comes to everything.
All the time.
Literally everything. Does he do that with you?
Yeah.
He does?
He tries, yeah.
He tries?
Tries.
And what things does he try to compete with you?
I don't know. I mean, the last time we had dinner, he was talking about, my year in 1991 versus your peak year. I would have kicked your ass. And I said, Mike, come on now, listen. Enjoy the salad. We both know that's not going to happen.
When you and Michael go out to dinner, who picked up the check at the end of that meal?
Well, he does. He's big brother.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Big brother always picks it up.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Does he give you advice?
Yeah, he does actually, yeah.
Good advice?
Great advice. I mean, I'll never ever say that. I mean, him and Magic and those guys, and Michael in particular, has really given me phenomenal advice in how to take a team, particularly with the personalities that that we have, and how to better communicate with your teammates, how to better elevate your teammates.
What player in your career did you learn the most from?
Oh, Michael.
Michael?
For sure.
Even though you never played together?
For sure.
Wow.
We've been talking about comparisons with Michael Jordan for years, but more now than ever.
Why? Let it go. Leave it alone,
Can I just ask a question?
Golly.
Can I just ask a question?
Jeez.
3 titles, could be a 4th in a matter of weeks. League MVP, could be Finals MVP. And by the way, you go and win the gold this summer. Only one other person has done all of those things in one season, which is Michael Jordan. How you gonna get mad at that comparison?
I'm not mad at it. You're talking about the greatest that ever played the game.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, just let me do me.
Right.
Just let me do me.
But does not Kobe want to be the greatest?
Yeah, I want to be compared with Michael Jordan.
But don't you want to be the greatest?
I want to be the best I can be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Michael is Michael. And I've learned so much from him, and he and I always talk. I could pick up the phone and call him, and he's always there for me. And, but you gotta let me be me. We're different.
Big shot, the guy falling down, not being able to get to him.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
He's doing what he wants to do. And if that's what he wants to do, my respects go to him. He had a great career. Now it's time for me to move on.
Getting schooled for a baseline dunk the first time I matched up with him. That was like the coolest thing. It was, because I'd seen that spin move so many times, and then I knew he was gonna do it. But the timing on TV and then in person are 2 completely different things. So he just spun right before I thought he was gonna spin, and I was like, man, that was pretty cool. When I came to the league and matching up against him, what I found that he was extremely open to having a relationship, a mentor relationship, and giving me a great amount of advice and an amazing amount of detail, strategies, workout regimens, and things like that. So, and seriously, I mean, I don't think people really understand the amount of impact that he's had on me as a player and as a leader.
It was the ultimate challenge, going out there and playing against the Bulls, go out Michael Jordan. Nothing can top that.
How flattering is it when Michael Jordan says he sees some of him in you?
Well, that's cool. It's a great compliment. I just have to continue to work hard, be the best basketball player that I can possibly be. It's going to be a great challenge. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
Made a switch already, putting Kobe on Michael.
Well, he's now in a postgraduate course.
Being compared to Michael is a great honor, but at the same time, I have to separate that for the simple fact that he's accomplished what he's accomplished through hard work. I understand that. Michael's a great basketball player, but I'm Kobe Bryant.